7 men who have been selected to begin training for orbital space flight.
Welcome to space.
Ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen. Today we are introducing to you and to the world these 7 men who have been selected to begin training for orbital space flight.
was indeed a very, very pleasant experience.
We meet in an hour of change and challenge, in a decade of hope and fear, in an age of both knowledge and ignorance. We choose to go to the moon.
spaceflight, there have been a great many firsts. Sputnik 1 was the first satellite. Yuri Gagarin was the first man in space. Alan Shepard was the first American in space. Alexei Leonov was the first man to take a spacewalk. Valentina Tereshkova was the first woman in space. Neil Armstrong, the first man to step on the moon. And there have been some firsts on this Apollo-Soyuz mission.
Soyuz 19 on the ground.
You go forward this morning in a daring enterprise, and you take the hopes and prayers of all Americans with you as you hurtle from Earth in a craft unlike any other. as you hurtle from Earth, may God bless you, and may God bring you safely home to Earth again.
Mission Control Houston, data indicates that the crew is up and working, and plans therefore coming here to transmit some wake-up music.
Beautiful, beautiful.
The countdown for the launch of Mission 51L picked up at 10 a.m. on Thursday, and since that time, the KSC shuttle launch team has been activating vehicle systems and preparing ground launch facilities for this 25th launch in the shuttle program. This will be the 10th flight of the Orbiter Challenger.
Minus 21 seconds, and the solid rocket booster engine gimbal now underway. T-minus 15 seconds. T-minus 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. We have main engine start. 4, 3, 2, 1, and liftoff. Liftoff of the 25th Space Shuttle mission, and it is cleared the tower.
Engines at 65%, 3 engines running normally, 3 good fuel cells, 3 good APUs. Velocity 2,257 feet per second. Altitude 4.3 nautical miles, downrange distance 3 nautical miles. Engines throttling up, 3 engines now at 104%.
Challenger, go at throttle up.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'd planned to speak to you tonight to report on the State of the Union. But the events of earlier today have led me to change those plans. We've never had a tragedy like this.
ahead on the Victor.
On the big one.
Go ahead on the Victor.
Good burn, no trim required. All the engines worked beautifully up until the very end. Good night from Atlantis.
Ladies and gentlemen, today we are introducing to you and to the world these 7 men who have been selected to begin training for orbital space flight. These, ladies and gentlemen, are the nation's Mercury astronauts.
I believe that this nation should commit itself to achieving the goal before this decade is out of landing a man on the moon and returning him safely to the Earth.
Godspeed, John Glenn.
Roger, 0G, and I feel fine. Capsule is turning around. Oh, that view is tremendous. Capsule turning around, and I could see the booster during turnaround just a couple of 100 yards behind me. It was beautiful.
Roger, 7. You have a go. At least 7 orbits.
Roger, understand go for at least 7 orbits.
Gemini has done much more to open the way to the moon than we could have hoped for 5 years ago. Gemini has demonstrated the feasibility of almost everything we plan to do in Apollo, except land softly on the moon and return safely to the Earth's atmosphere at 25,000 miles an hour. Saturn V is required to inject Apollo into the atmosphere at such speed. But Surveyor has demonstrated techniques for a soft landing on the moon and for effective operation from the lunar surface. Perhaps most important of all, we're amassing a great wealth of operating experience and operating skill. It will be difficult to overstate what it means to the American space effort to be starting the Apollo program with Gemini experience already available to us. We will open the manned flight phase of the Apollo program with a seasoned team with lettermen at key positions.
10, 9, ignition sequence start. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. All engine running. Liftoff. We have a liftoff. 32 minutes past the hour. Liftoff on Apollo 11. Tower cleared.
Houston, Apollo 11 hit that and gave us a magnificent ride.
Roger, 11, we'll pass that on, and it certainly looks like you're well on your way now.
Roger, Eagle, that's done. Roger.
Looking good.
We copy you down, Eagle. Houston,
Tranquility Base here. The Eagle has landed.
Roger, Tranquility. We copy you on the ground. You got a bunch of guys about to turn blue. We're breathing again. Thanks a lot. Thank you.
I'm going to step off the limb now. That's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind.
Hello, Neil and Buzz. I'm talking to you by telephone from the Oval Room at the White House. And this certainly has to be the most historic telephone call ever made. I just can't tell you how proud we all are of what you did. For every American, this has to be the proudest day of our lives. And for people all over the world, I am sure they too join with the in recognizing what an immense feat this is.
I believe that this nation should commit itself to achieving the goal before this decade is out of landing a man on the moon and returning him safely to Earth. That has been accomplished.
Soyuz has now been inserted into orbit. This is Moscow Mission Control.
We have a liftoff. All engines building up thrust. Moving out. Clear the tower.
And we got some beautiful sights. Apollo Houston, I got two messages for you. Moscow is go for docking. Houston is go for docking. It's up to you guys. Have fun.
All righty, sounds good. Follow me to Alexei.
I have a message here for both of you from the President. You go forward this morning in a daring enterprise, and you take the hopes and prayers of all Americans with you. As you hurtle from Earth in a craft unlike any other ever constructed, may God bless you, and may God bring you safely home to us again.
Status check in the control center.
Columbia, Houston, you're going 8.
Mark, 8 minutes, 4 seconds. Looking good. Columbia, now 63 nautical miles altitude, 606 nautical miles downrange. Standing by now for main engine cutoff.
Welcome home, Columbia. Beautiful, beautiful. Liftoff of mission 41B, the first flight of the orbiter Discovery, and the shuttle has cleared the tower.
The countdown for the launch of mission 51L picked up at 10 a.m. on Thursday, and since that time, the KSC shuttle launch team has been activating vehicle systems and preparing ground launch facilities for this 25th launch in the shuttle program. This will be the 10th flight of the Orbiter Challenger.
T-minus 15 seconds. T-minus 10. Go 9, 8, 7, 6. We have main engine start. 4, 3, 2, 1. And liftoff. Liftoff of the 21st Space Shuttle mission, and it has cleared the tower.
Engines throttling up, 3 engines now at 104%.
Counter, go at throttle up.
Flight controllers here looking very carefully at the situation. Obviously a major malfunction.
This is truly a national loss. 19 years ago, almost to the day, we lost 3 astronauts in a terrible accident on the ground. But we've never lost an astronaut in flight. We've never had a tragedy like this.
It's kind of interesting to be here on the final night of a shell mission. Don't quite know what to think. We're just trying to take it all in. I saw a quote that I thought was really good, and it's very appropriate on this, the 42nd anniversary of the United States' presence on the moon, and that's that I pray that our nation will someday find the courage to accept the risk and challenges to finish the work that we started. Good night from Atlantis.